humans, Disney fans, lend me your ears because Sharif and I are going to introduce the Disney villain bracket. Nicely done.
It's gonna be lit.
Hey guys, Melanie here with Sharif, who is a bracket builder by trade. I think that could be like your title. So
I'm making business cards.
Are finishing the Disney song bracket.
That's
very
right.
Sad,
oh my goodness.
But we had to keep the fun rolling.
That's true.
Keep it rolling. So we decided on the Disney villain bracket. Ooh. You are in the midst of putting it together.
That's true. Not just me. Me and my whole team of bracket builders. Of which you could be part, but we'll discuss that later.
And I am a part. I told you
That's
my top 20 villains. And then can you give them some insight? Because I think I before have tried to explain how you do this, and it just comes out like blah, 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 blah.
Guys, it's a complicated mathematical formula. First, we make a baseline list of all the Disney villains that are possible for the list. Then we send it out to a handful of experts across the U.S., Florida, New York, California, here in Ohio. And then we ask them to rate each villain on a scale. And then we compile those numbers and we make another smaller list. And then we begin voting on that smaller list. And then we begin ranking based on what we're finding from round 1 and round 2 to come up with something like this.
That's how you figure out your seeds.
Yeah, your seeds.
Okay, so
SEED, not SEAT.
Seed. Yeah, that's maybe I wasn't pronouncing it correctly.
That's
but
fine.
That's what I thought it was.
I never know what she doesn't know. And it's a lot. It's a lot. So.
Oh, I'm so adorable. Okay, so I've got that going for me. So, Disney song bracket.
Yes.
64 songs.
Yes.
Disney villain bracket.
32.
Gonna be 32.
A little bit smaller.
But we're still going to have 4 regions.
That's right.
This is where I get confused.
I'm
gonna have to build a different board, aren't I? Because
so you could, yeah, and I would, because here's the thing: the drama is in the final 4. Okay, that's when you're like, all right, this is where the rubber hits the road, where we separate the girls from the women and the boys from the men. Okay. I learned that from my math teacher in 7th grade. Very equal.
Okay.
So yeah, you're probably gonna have to do a new board where it's just 1 through 8 instead of 1 through 16. We're gonna have 8 villain regions.
Okay.
But we're gonna do all 4 regions the first round all at once. So
we're
you're
gonna
get introduced to all 32 villains first, so you know who's there.
Really? Oh.
As you begin just knocking them out, boom, 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 boom.
Man, I think it's fun them not knowing who's up, but that's fine. That's
sure.
Fine.
Thanks.
I have another question.
Yes.
Maybe you have the same question.
Perhaps.
Should I have 2 boards that come down like to the middle?
Boy, wouldn't that be fun, guys?
Like maybe I can have one over here, one over there, and I'm like going back and
forth. You turn it like upside down like this, so it's long ways, and they can fit both on this table.
So I've got like region 1, region 2.
Yeah, region 3, region 4,
and then they go.
Yeah, wouldn't that be? I'd like that a lot, actually.
Okay. So I'll be taking donations for new dry erase boards. I'll be starting a GoFundMe. No, they're not.
But
it's not like they're that expensive. So
Amazon.
Tell me more about the villain bracket. What are the 3 criteria that we're going to be judging these villains off of? Because that's interesting.
Okay, so when I mentioned this earlier, I was hoping you wouldn't say this, but it's fine because I don't always remember them straight in my head. Because I start with a lot of criteria, okay, and I got to narrow it down because I can't be like, hey, listen, I need your 1 to 10 on these 13 different things. I've really got to narrow it down. All right, 1, I remember, is nefariousness of plot, okay? Like, how legitimately evil is this villain? Okay. Because some villains are just like, I'm going to give you an example. Spoiler, this person's probably going to be on the bracket, but she doesn't belong. Cruella de Vil.
She belongs.
She's not ending lives. She's killing puppies.
She's ending puppy
to make
lives?
A beautiful fur coat. I'm not saying I approve. But I get it.
But you just said beautiful fur coat.
Have you seen? Oh my goodness, the Dalmatians are beautiful.
Oh my goodness.
With all the spots.
Oh wow. Okay, so where would she land on nefarious plot?
She'd probably have a low nefarious plot unless you're like my wife and are going to murder me before she'll murder a puppy.
Right? So, I feel like that is a very opinionated, like that could swing one way or another, how people...
Whereas somebody like maybe Jafar is trying to just take over Agrabah and the world because he wants
all the
Unlimited
power.
cosmic power.
He wants all the power. Oh, power hungry
Anybody
people.
lives his. Yeah.
Okay, and then was there something else about evilness?
I think we also had something about their mortality, like how many people they're murdering. I think.
Oh, okay. Well, the reason why I bring up evilness
Yes.
is because to me there's some villains that are just plain out like silly.
Mhm,
Like
that's true.
Prince John. Mommy.
Yeah, it's true.
Right? And he
That's a good
sure,
example.
he's trying to steal the throne from his brother who's gone, but he's so ridiculous, right? And this is another example of how I feel like there could be two villains from the same movie, because I feel like the Sheriff of Nottingham is equal evil
Sure.
with Prince John. Like
Yeah.
the whole movie, you see him going and straight up stealing people's
How about
last
Hiss?
pieces.
Hiss?
Whom?
The snake. Hiss.
Oh, to me, he's a henchman.
Okay, that makes
To
sense.
me, he's like the little crony
So he's the
of Prince John. Yeah, but I feel like the sheriff has enough power that it takes him over henchman status.
Got it. Okay.
I could be wrong. I don't know. But like clear henchmen, like Iago is absolutely a
Oh,
henchman.
100%.
Pain and Panic, Hades,
Sure.
they're
Yeah.
his henchmen. You know, those are clear cut. Those will not be on the bracket
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Yep.
We're not going to have any henchmen.
All right.
There are some people also who I think are villains that Melanie does not. You're not going to see them on the bracket, but we've been
Because
arguing
Melanie
about this.
naysayed them, and guess what? It's Melanie's show.
That's right. Yeah.
And at the
Veto
end of the
power right
day-
here.
At the end of the day, who's the boss? Right? Okay, for example, like we had this whole discussion about Maui and
Maui.
Moana.
Yeah.
You think Maui is a villain? I do not.
He's not even a villain. He's the villain
I
of
do
Moana.
not think that Maui is the villain.
He's a villain with a redemption arc, okay? But without him stealing the heart of Te-Fiti, the whole world does not begin dying. And how many islands have died? How many people have perished because of what Maui did? That's what I want to know.
Just because he kickstarts the story doesn't make him the villain.
I think
he didn't have a nefarious plot because he was trying to help. Like he even says, I stole it for
He says that now.
everyone else.
Where was he before?
Stuck on that island! He couldn't get off of the island!
Stuck on the island or hiding on the island?
His hook, he didn't have his hook.
That's
he couldn't
true.
get anywhere.
Yeah, he
Come on,
broke his
Sharif. The real villain of Moana is the dad. Come on.
Fathers everywhere, I know you're with me here. He was trying to protect his daughter. Here's the thing. I'm going to tell you right now. The difference in Maui and the dad hurt literally nobody. He just wrapped it. If he's guilty of anything, it's caring too much. Maui is
He
inherently selfish and is a thief to boot. And not like Aladdin, who's a thief, but he only steals to eat, okay? Got to steal to eat, got to eat to live, otherwise we get along, right?
Well,
Not
okay.
Moana, not Maui.
Moana's dad. Don't tell me he wasn't hurting anyone because everyone would have died.
Because of Maui. Thank you. I think we're making a point. Goodbye, everybody. Yeah.
I don't know if there's going to be a Moana villain on the bracket. Like, there's just so much, like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Tamatoa, I feel like, is obviously a bad guy, but I also don't feel like he's the
Tamatoa
villain.
is a hoarder, at worst.
I feel like he definitely was going to kill Maui and Moana when they were trying to take the hook.
Because
like,
they were trying to steal from him.
bad guy. I feel like
steal from him.
I know, but I feel like he's a bad guy. But I don't think he's the villain.
Sure,
I still don't
sure,
think
yeah,
he's the villain.
yeah.
Just an obstacle.
Moana's a weird one, yeah. But
All
there
right.
are others where, like, Tangled.
Mother Gothel is the villain.
Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. It's clear. It's,
Yeah. Clear cut.
Um,
Jafar is the bad guy.
absolutely.
Scar is the bad guy. Can I just say
Yeah,
something right now?
yeah.
I think Scar should win the whole thing.
Wow.
I
Scar
think
is really good, yeah.
he is not only is his plan nefarious, he's clearly evil. He murders his brother.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Obviously, it's Hamlet. Let's just put it out there. This is Hamlet. So, but still, and I just think that as far as, and I'm not sure if we're considering this, but performances by actors, Jeremy Irons as Scar,
It's very good.
amazing.
Also, it's
He
a pretty good
plays
villain
it-
song, although I hate all villain songs.
Oh, I love Be Prepared. I think we mentioned this in
We
the
did, yeah,
song
probably did,
bracket
probably did.
more than once. Be Prepared is so good.
But not just that, but he murders his brother. He tries to have his nephew killed.
His little tiny
Yeah.
nephew.
And then he destroys Africa, which,
does.
unacceptable.
Unforgivable.
Being from Africa myself, unacceptable.
Not okay.
Yeah.
And then, of course, so let's talk about when I put this out there to my Instagram folks. I said, hey, tell me your favorite villains, like
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
your top 3. The 3 most common ones, Ursula was number 1.
Wow, that is shocking.
Because people love the the Little
They do
Mermaid.
love
This
The
is
Little
what we're
Mermaid, my goodness.
finding. They are obsessed with the Little Mermaid.
Okay.
I like the Little Mermaid
I
too. I
like it
feel
too.
like
That's
I'm
fine.
coming across like I don't,
Yeah.
but it's just like, wow, people. So Ursula was number one.
Mm-hmm.
And then tied for second were Maleficent from Sleeping Beauty.
Yep,
And I think
yep.
this is a good moment to mention that we are considering, again, the animated classics.
Yes.
We're not considering
live
Angelina
action.
Jolie.
Yep.
We're also not considering...
Although she's fantastic.
We're also not considering any of these, like, Descendants. Are you, like, aware of Descendants? It's like a Disney...
I don't think so.
Disney Channel show or... Okay, no, not...
We're
just
Elena of
the
Avalor
cartoons.
people.
Just the cartoons,
Right.
okay? Okay, so Ursula, Maleficent, and Hades
Yes.
were the top three.
Maleficent,
People
Hades.
love
Wow.
Hades, too.
Hades is an
I
excellent
think,
villain.
yeah, they just think he's kind of like this fun border of, like, fun and funny, and yet still evil.
I'm gonna give you a villain that I think is despicable and does not get enough of a bad rap.
Share, and then I'll share one. Mhm.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you it's from the Toy Story series.
Okay.
Who do you think I'm gonna say?
Stinky Pete.
No, it's not.
Lotso.
It is Lotso.
Okay, why is Lotso so terrible?
Lotso is evil. He is miserable and he wants everybody to be miserable. And if he can't be happy, nobody can be happy. And if he had it his way, he'd make all the other toys his slaves. And remember, he reset Buzz.
He did.
That's unacceptable. And like people are like, Gabby's terrible. I'm like, Gabby was lonely and wanted to be played with.
Okay, but so was Lotso. Lotso got thrown away. Like, they both have these backstories.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. Listen,
However, you could say, Jessie was thrown away too, but she didn't turn into a maniacal evil person.
yeah,
like,
yeah.
you have choices, people.
That's right.
Make the wise choices. Okay.
I mean, really, Woody and all the toys that were transitioned, they could have considered that a betrayal, but they didn't. They rolled with the punches. They were just happy to be played with.
I mean, really, the real villain of Toy Story is Woody. I'm kidding. I totally joke.
I will.
I just wanted you to freak out.
That's the end of the show, guys.
Although I think there are people who make that argument that he's the villain in the first one because he tries to get rid of Buzz.
That's true, which makes sense. I mean,
okay,
Buzz
my
is
villain,
irritating. Yes.
underrated villain.
Yes.
On any of these Facebook groups, people are like, "Who's your favorite villain? Who's your best villain?" I'm always like, "You guys need to consider this because blah blah blah." Have you ever seen Meet the Robinsons?
No.
I bet you haven't.
I haven't.
Have you ever seen Meet the Robinsons? Go watch it.
I guess no, you haven't.
Okay, if you haven't seen it, you should probably pause and leave. I'm going to tell you, though, I'm going to spoil it,
Okay.
okay? You think the villain this whole time is this guy who is very like a vaudevillian, like he's got the mustache and everything. And he's got this bowler hat and this cape. But you find out later that it's really the bowler hat that's the bad
The
guy.
hat is the bad guy?
Yes,
I
it
did
has
not
been
see that
given
coming.
artificial intelligence actually by the hero of our story. There's time travel in this movie. There's all sorts of weird things going on. It is a great movie. It's a pull at your
Can I
heartstrings
watch it
movie.
with my 4-year-old?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. It's a Disney animated film,
She
Sharif.
gets scared. Like Moana was lucky that we were able to watch it because Te Ka's terrifying.
I do not think that she'll be scared.
Okay, I think you
So
don't know my daughter.
anyway, this bowler hat basically actually succeeds in taking over the world.
Wow.
And like it multiplies itself and everyone has one on and it's like making people zombies, the world's on fire.
But at least you look
But
fashionable.
because of like time travel, like they're able to fix it and everything, but actually succeeds in enslaving
Taking over the world.
mankind.
Wow, that's incredible.
So I think that it is one of the most formidable villains in all
Got
of
it.
Disney movies.
All right.
Super great.
All right, let's tell them how they can be involved.
Okay,
All right, guys. So
you tell them. You share.
We are in need of 3 people to help us form the Disney villain bracket. So we're gonna do a drawing. We're gonna pick 3 names.
How do they get their names in the drawing?
Here's how you get the name in the drawing. First of all, smash the like button. All right, double tap.
Boom!
Or on Twitter, you're just gonna hit the heart button also, and then share and tag Lend Me Your Ears in a post so that we can get more
So that
people
we know.
involved in villain bracket. Okay,
And that way we know they've shared it.
that's right. Yeah.
Yep.
And then we will pull a name out of the hat over the weekend. Actually, I shouldn't even say over the weekend. We're gonna say today's Tuesday. On Thursday night, we're gonna pull a name, 3 names out of the hat.
Yeah.
And then we'll contact you, and we will send you the list. And you can either fill out the long form, like Sharif did, or you can fill out the short form where you just simply pick your 20 favorite villains, and you'll have an impact on who gets seated where and who even makes it onto the bracket. If you've got villains that you feel strongly about that we did not mention here today, think that maybe you're the only one that loves them. And if you don't get in as part of our group of great 8 voters,
then their people might not make it
Might
on
not
if
make
they
it,
don't
yeah.
have a say. That is how you can get involved in building
So, yeah.
the Disney villain bracket.
2 simple things.
Yeah.
1, smash the like button. 2, share and
Share.
tag us. I guess 3 things. Share and
Like,
tag.
share,
Lend me
tag.
your ears so that we know you did it. And then you'll be entered into a drawing to become one of the pioneers, one of the engineers of the Disney villain bracket. I'm glad you wanted to do that too. I really wanted to do it. Yeah. So.
All right, guys, thanks for joining us today. Can't wait to see you. Hit that like button and share and tag us. Until next time, this is Melanie and Sharif saying...
Bye, guys.